Part 2 and finale of the Ron Muschette story.
This week on the Trailblazers.
They released the All Media survey, and when you look at the name Ron Muschette, 0,
What?
0, 0. And then they send back to say that they apologize. The lady up there never put in the number.
Seriously?
They tried to rob me so many, because I had such big numbers. As a young man trying to get into the media business in Jamaica, it is a cesspool. Corrupted, dirty mind people, them wanna give no young people no blight. So I just tell myself, say, Ja, you see, anyhow me ever get into this thing and become who I know I can be, me a boss of young people. Them. Me just sit down and me work out a deal. Me and God.
Hey everyone, so last week we started our interview with Jamaica's #1 radio personality, radio DJ, Ron Muschette, and this week we wrap things up. Stay tuned.
Trust me, if you want to do it, you can do it.
Thanks to our partners, the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel, Kingston's preferred choice. Stars Publicity for all your public relations and publicity needs. Get noticed and align with the stars. DG's Health and Wellness Center, operated by certified nutritionist and health columnist Donovan Grant. Contact them today for all your weight loss and other nutritional needs. And Care is Beauty for all your skincare goals and more. Get 5% off each purchase from them using the discount code Tamara5 off. Learn more details on all these partners as well as links to their website by visiting the description box on the Trailblazers with Tamara McKayle YouTube channel.
What's your word to them?
I would say to fight. Fight for your dreams. Fight for your purpose.
Life that inspires you, that motive that you aspire to be.
Right? Meaningful and critical. It's not a waste time movement, damn it.
In my humble opinion, is become very comfortable with yourself.
Very important. You know, the saying in Jamaica, one hand can't clap.
You forgive yourself for allowing people to mistreat you.
Disciplines that we need to embody.
You just have to work at it and be committed. Everyone.
And scary to have all of that fall away from you. And you have to celebrate those wins. Work with fitness clients.
For guidance, rely on Christ for support.
And no rush. I did it. I made my move into entrepreneurship at 40.
So scared that when...
What, last comments would you want to share with
you have your core values, you do the right things, it'll fall in place for you.
Jamaica's king of radio, Ron Muschette, no doubt has a fine legacy in the industry after starting out as a teenager. His name is known by millions and has made its way into popular culture, being mentioned numerously in music, in the headlines, and much more.
Early in the moonlight, Ron Muschette. Early in the moonlight, Ron Muschette.
In part 2 of this exclusive interview with Ron, we hear the rest of his journey to success despite his numerous setbacks, and his encouragement to everyone to keep pursuing your dreams.
On a serious note though, because some would say after you experience that high and you're on your path now to finally achieving your dream, and all of that happened, what was like the spirit within you that make you keep going, especially knowing that you don't know how you're gonna make it through after all of that?
Well, Mr. Newton James kind of helped me to get back into myself, because while I was there and he was telling me that him can't really help me now, it's going to be about a year or two. Then he said, oh shit, hold on. And he take up his phone. This was 1997. Take up his phone. Call a number. Brrr, phone ring. Carl Young from IRFM called. Hey Carl, what's going on? Carl said, oh Newton, everything good. Newton said, listen to me Carl, listen. I'm going to loan you a young man, you see. I have a young man sitting in front of me. Carl Young said, yes man, his name is Ron Muschette. I am going to loan you him, and then when I'm ready for him, I'll come back for him. Carl said, more time he come up, and I reckon go check the man about 10 times, The man said, well, I'm making himself so much trouble. Over the time he come up and come check me, man, I'm telling him, I have no work, man, I have no space. Mr. Newton James said to him, 1997, Carl, take him. 2 years from now, he's going to be the biggest thing in the country.
Wow.
You can't lose half of him. Take him, Carl. So, anyway, Carl Young never take me. I felt so disappointed. So I go to my country and the pressure get on. And I end up finally myself. I don't know me reach a foreign, but I end up going to America and get to a little bus, one little station over there.
You went to
America. I couldn't take the pressure out there no more, so one little lady named Susie Q. I remember Susie Q give me a little blind, me end up in Miami.
Little lady, that's well
yeah, big lady Susie Q, yeah. So Susie, give me a little bus and me have a friend and I eat a little food.
Right, so you said no, you went to America because of Susie Q.
Yeah, Susie, give me a little
when
bus.
I was a little girl, Susie Q used to have a little, not a little, it was a big show, on a TV.
Yeah, man, like
top
Reggae
10.
Trails.
Yes, that was the name of it. So tell us how that unfolded.
Yeah, man, that was a nice little journey. So I was in Florida with Susie and I would come back to Jamaica every now and again. And so Mr. Young from RFM, exactly 2 years to the day when Mr. Newton James said I would be the biggest thing in the country, a little momentum started to build around me with a man named Mr. Junior Chung, who really believed in me too. And he saw in me and he said, listen, man, you're better than all of them. As a matter of fact, the man said to me, listen, man, if you listen to me and follow a few guidelines I will give you, you beat them in no time. And they'll never be able to catch you back because they not think. They're an old raider, them I do. Run, do what I say to do, and they will never beat you. And he gave me a formula. And when we listen to the other, they may realize that they don't even know the formula. So, me just know that it wouldn't take nothing at all. And then, the thing about it is, I found, as a young man trying to get into the media business in Jamaica, it is a cesspool. Corrupted, dirty mind people, them when I give no young people no blight. So me just tell myself, say, Ja, you see, anyhow me ever get into this thing and become who I know I can be, me a bossy young people them. Me a kick down every door. All on a little bad mind, me a getting out of business. But before Ron Muschette came, they were like ramparts around with career. You know what I mean? Wow. Build wall around with enough to move. Yeah. So, few years later, 2 years to the day, no Carl Young, that from RFM called me. And I went up there. Finally, come tell me now come, then he started to brag and tell me what. Eventually on the second call I went. And the first thing Carl Young said to me is that him have a round hole. And everywhere him look, he find a square thumb.
Yes.
So he tell me to listen to the radio station for 2 weeks. And you want to have a utility man at RFM. A man who can fit into anything. News, sports, weather. So I became the utility man. We work for everybody.
Wow.
So when the ratings started going down a bit on the morning show is when they decided to give me 1 day. So I started to do morning on Fridays and do the rest of the day then. Then they give me Monday and Friday when the ratings go up. But when they put me on really...
You're talking Dion Mattis.
Mattis, yes, so that we are now working together. Yes. So I eventually replaced Dion. But when I found out that, I mean, for me, as a young man, I was going to do morning radio. I've never done this. But Mr. Chung gave me the instructions and he would listen to me every morning and rate me and cuss me when I do badly and to get me the book. But when I heard I was going in the morning, I went on to take on Francois. You know. I remember me, I'll check Francois for real. So me get morning, me I say, oh, I'm me and you know, don't I say, I mean, didn't know me, I go beat him. But I didn't go to beat Alan. I wasn't even thinking about Alan. So when I became the #1 morning man in Jamaica, it was the first time Alan Magnus has ever been beaten in his life. Nobody ever beat Alan.
Wow.
When check the all media survey, you see the all media survey in Jamaica, they're full of crap too, you know. You know what the all media people that do the all media survey, what they did to me? It's like every year they try to reduce my numbers and thief them and give them to some people. 1 year they released the all media survey, and when they look at the name Ron Muschette, 0, 0, 0. And then they send back to say that they apologize. The lady up there never put in the number.
Seriously?
They tried to rob me so many because I had such big numbers.
Yes.
They try to, all media survey can't do nothing to me. They have been like an enemy of Ron Muschette, but they can't beat my numbers. They try to thief them all the while. And we have books upon books can prove that.
Wow.
So this is not somebody trying to talk with the, no, they can't. So I decided when I realized how corrupt this thing was, I decided to say, you are going to know. I'm not going to be like them. You see when I go to RFM, enough of the announcers at RFM, they had their tail up their ass. So I see how the announcers treat the regular man. And I say, no, brother. I not be like that. So Ron Muschette, me have all Mr. Ron, give me a bus. All the gardener, me a play with taxi. Yes. So me start to look out for the people where the little stush ass one them. And so the crowd started following me. So everybody at RFM start to adjust like they love people. Everybody start to talk out a gate. No man, everybody become Mr. Nice Guy and Mrs. They're not really nice.
They're not genuine.
So if you check a lot of the young people in media today, they become who they are because Ron Muschette come and level the landscape and move up some of the old pillar them where they're rotten down in their business and I get the people them not lie.
But I mean, yeah. I'm laughing.
Move them out of business.
On a serious note, that is so true. And
me move them.
For you to be opening up doors for others who would not have been able to get in.
You know how good it feels
because
to
of age or for whatever factors, because you yourself knew.
You know, me announcers on the air today. You know, me announcers on the air in Jamaica today. I personally directly put on the air. Yes. A lot of them. I'm not just talking my morning crew. No? I mean, before. Yes. A lot of them. Yes. A lot of them. Me make sure so they get on the air. DJ Bones, DJ Wayne here are going very good IRFM. My student that. Liquid, you hear up on Zip. I personally go down on my knee and beg for that job for Liquid.
Wow.
Sunshine, I was the first. I teach Sunshine how to be confident on the mic. DJ Brian down on IRFM. I mean, teach him and put him on the air.
Wow.
You see me? I assisted Kashi, Courtney Mack here on IRFM right now. Courtney Mack.
Wow.
And me, open the door and put him through.
For others. And
everywhere I go. Everywhere I go.
And that's
because I know that if I don't do it, they're not going to get in. Because you still have a few of the drunk for them still in our business. Yeah, man. They're still there, man.
That is so true.
Yeah, man. They're there, man. But guess what going on? They can't just run Muschette. So they tried every formula and I'm still here, so.
Because something inside of you, like, you know, your spirit,
no, Jah
your
love
strength.
Me. Jah love me. And I'm here doing Jah works and they can't get rid of it.
And speaking of that, in terms of the fact that you talk about Jah works, you seem from ever since to be you're hilarious, you're entertaining, you are Ron Muschette. But at the same time, you always have this spiritual side of you.
You know why? So, when they all attacked me and thought I was dead, me just sit down and me work out a deal. Me and God. Me say, here I go now, God. Me work out a deal, me, you know. You see, if you just... Cause me can't take them on, you know. Cause them big, you know, they're big meter type. I can't take them on, you know. So here I do now. You see, if you just get me one little show up on the radio, me do the rest. If you just get me in that system, until the day me dead, me and you.
Wow.
So, Jah help me to take them on. So me not left Jah. So every time you hear me, I'm me and Jah. Yeah. Because me know say any day me left Jah, the boy them are gonna get me. Yeah. And me no want to get me. So that's my shield awesome. And my refuge and my stronghold.
Yeah.
Me not left Jah. Yeah, so I mean just spar, so you know what I mean? Me not left Jah no time.
That is awesome. And I mean, even with all of the fame and the popularity over the years, you still managed to.
That don't mean nothing to me. Remember, so that is, fickle. You can lose that. That's fickle. You can lose that anytime. But me don't want to lose my soul. Because Babylon full of pretty gifts, and everybody with a fright. I mean, look at a beautiful station like this with your edge now. Man, come on, come on, into an idiot, man. Yep. Into an idiot. I mean, not an idiot.
And speaking of that, because throughout your journey, wherever you go, you've revolutionized that environment. You've made such a major impact. But at the same time, you've not been afraid to take risks and to move on.
Because I better myself. The previous tell me, if you leave IRFM, you're dead. Or if you leave IRFM and nobody's ever been brave enough to jump off IRFM and ship. Since me gone, me see maybe, at least a couple people jump off a ship. But man, if he's even jump off IRFM in life done. Me say, me I jump off a ship because the ship ain't going nowhere. Because the people that run it are not radio people. Business people I look sitting. Yes. They're not media people. Yeah. Me leave and me go Moby and me down at the station and the people that run the station. He said he's a businessman. You don't need a businessman to run a media house. You need a media person. It's a business, yes, but he's a media man have to run it to make the money for the business. He didn't understand that. And throughout my life, listen, for everybody that has ever done anything bad to me throughout the radio, I show them love. I forgive them. I no bad vibes against them. But they need to know that there are a lot of young people in Jamaica, in the media in Jamaica, that could have gotten further if there weren't so many of these kinds of people like the ones who attacked me. But the thing about me is, me never afraid of them.
But Ron, moving on, because as you mentioned, you've never been afraid to take risks.
No, sir.
You've always just kept it real. Your fan base has continued to grow in every sphere.
With God's help.
society, not only just in Jamaica but globally.
Yeah, with God's help.
And I like that you acknowledge that, you know, with God's help. Talk to us now quickly, your mom, because she's always, with all of the things that you are doing with your radio and everything, how do you balance everything? I'm sure it must be hard for you.
Well, the thing with my mom now, all right, throughout my whole radio time, I always been like a main supporter of my mom, but that was just like financial, you know, because I didn't really spend much time with my mom growing up. As soon as I became like old enough, they shipped me off and stuff. So I grew up away from her, but I always love her and always make sure that she had the basics, you know, basic supplies. But about 2 years ago, she became sick. Like she had a second stroke. And then I realized that sending money down on a weekend or whatever is not going to cut it anymore. And when my mom became sick, what I did, I just started going to look for her every single day. Because with all my relatives, when I was in the middle of just being Ron Muschette on IRFM, when Ron Muschette kick up dust, in the middle of that, my mom got a stroke. And for 3 weeks, my mom was in the hospital. And I told Mr. Young, me now come back to work, you know. For 3 weeks, I lived at the hospital. Wow. Me and my friends them camp out on the lawns of the Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital. Every day, that's where I live. I just go home to change. I'm there right through the night with my mom until me brought her home in her bed. So when she became sick, me give up everything and I started to go look for her every day. And during that time, Tamara, I find out that, you know, my mom's children, they're on a different planet. They're on a different planet. And after a while, when I realized that paying people to take care of my mom, you pay them, they're not busy with nothing. So I decided to take my mom because I don't know what's going to happen to me in life, and I am her son.
Yes.
So my other brothers and sisters, I don't really know what they might do. Most of them live in the American dream. You know, I don't live in the American dream, so they're not going to give up the American dream. But hey, they cuss me. They say all kinds of things about me. But one thing is that I am going to take care of my mom until God ready for her. And I'm not going to take care of her like halfway, first class.
Awesome. Ron, what and how do you manage the pressure of being this mega celebrity, all of your responsibilities, but at the same time keeping grounded and having that vision? You know, that vision that you always had from your little boy? Yeah, like, how do you manage all of that?
Oh, God, I don't know. Like, people always say to me, like, you know, like, how do I come on the radio every day and I'm sounding like...
Yeah, happy and...
Hey, you know, many times, positive. Like, even in my latter days now, like, being on the radio, you know how much night been asleep? Because, I mean, a lot of time my mother have muscle contract because me take my mother. Because, Tamara, let me tell you something. You see a lot of people, they don't understand. You hear they talk about love, they don't know love. Tamara, look at you. You see if they get sick now, it's like for the first few days, man, everybody you know per hospital, man. And they send me all kind of I love you message and get well soon. Make it run into 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. You know how many friends you lose? Yeah. So I learned that I see everybody I pull, nobody don't have the time to go the long run with mama. So me, I guess I'm going to go the long run with mama. And I found that my mom has taught me so much love. And so getting up, you know how many nights I have to stay up with my mom? Sometimes mama ball out for a number of things. Could be she wants me to turn her, she's thirsty, she's having a muscle contract. So I have to wake up. Sometime, oh God, sometime in mama room, I want to sleep, you know, but I have to try to put her to bed or something. She's like a baby again.
Yes.
And then I have to get up and go to work in the morning. But you see, once I reach upstairs at the studio, and the problem time, you know, at 10 o'clock before me go back around at the corner there again, I worry about if I don't eat for morning, I'm having a headache,
wow.
10 o'clock for you. So.
Wow. All right, so on a more lighter note, or on a lighter note, I should say, you have embarked on a brand new journey. Tell me about this brand new journey on the Edge 105.
Oh gosh, man, everything I've done in my life, everything I've done on the radio, everything was just leading up to this day. This is what I've always wanted. This is how I always wanted to feel. This is what I've always wanted. I want to thank everybody, good or bad, along the journey, because through your goodness and your badness, I've, managed to propel myself with God's help to where I'm at now. And I'm very happy for the people that I surround myself with, because, I think now I've gotten a chance to handpick the people that I work with. Like other people I've worked with along the road of life, they were actually thrown at me. You know what I mean? Now I get to handpick the people that I work with. So I was very selective in choosing the people that are on my morning show. And I think with Mr. Kelly's help, I think I've done a pretty good job selecting the people, and I feel very comfortable working with them. Let me tell you how far I come from. So I'm happy to be here. I love my new team that I'm working with right now. I think they're the best ever. And I know when people are good. I love their energy. They're not lazy. They're alive. And the people that know about media in Jamaica, they compliment me. They're like, where did you find them? So
awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy. So Rastafari.
And my last question for you, Ron, as we wrap up this amazing interview. Trust me, I could have continued this for
yeah,
longer.
But Rasta won't leave.
I know, but let me tell you, it's not easy to get Ron, so.
Yeah, but I told you I'll do it.
He's a man of his word. He said he was going to do it, and he did. So as we wrap things up, just share with, all of our viewers who are watching, whether in Jamaica or across the world, your reasons as to why they should keep pushing forward no matter what, why they should keep going after their dreams, going after their goals, and one day becoming a trailblazer like you.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you what the thing is. You see, a lot of things that have happened to our people, and when we say our people, I just want me to talk about Africans. Is that I want to put it as plain as I can. I don't think about them too. You know what I mean? And one of the things that our self-esteem over time, maybe because where we grow up, or the people that we surround ourselves with, or the situation that we find ourselves in, kind of make we limit ourselves. But from a little boy, me work with no limits, So here's what I want you to do. I think one of the things that actually kind of hold many of us back is that we take too many things personal. Hey, I take it personal. Let me tell you what you do. You know what you want, and you know where you want to go. So you're left out to go to Kingston. Hey, many things can happen on the way to Kingston, puncture, bus run over gully or flat bridge or whatever. Don't lose sight of Kingston, at Toniago. And I always tell people, say, bad days, for me, bad days, give thanks for them. You know what bad days do? Especially for me, and I guess you do. Bad days are comedy material for the good days. How many times have you had a situation in your life where you go through one wicked thing, and then a few months later when you start to tell people, it's a big ass joke?
Yes.
So bad days, like Tony Rebel say, when joy is awake, sorrow is asleep. When sorrow is awake, joy is asleep. So anyone come around here for those to deal with it. I mean, nobody, listen, man. You do what you gotta do. God done bless you already. Unless the man have 12 finger, 4 hand, 4 foot, and you only have 2, he can't beat you. There's nothing he can do that you can't do. Unless you don't want to do it. And nobody tell me about, boy, the man. Trust me. If you want to do it, you can do it. So how come Japanese can make car? If you really want to make car, you can make car. And if you check a lot of the car companies around the world, are simple little people in there do the designs. Or fly the biggest 747 or A380. Do it, man. And they tell me, say you can't do it. And how you going to get it done? That's the same question they said to me. You can't do it. I mean, just do it. So, just do it, man. Find a way. And stop complaining. That's one of the things too, again. Me always tell my children, excuses don't work in the real world. Excuses only work when you're your friend them. When you get into the real world, you'll find that you're full of too much excuse. Why you can't do, why? You can do it. Do it. And shut up. And go and go do it. That's how I can say to you. I mean, I'm pretty tough. Just do it. find a way. Yeah, man. And then tell your story and, laugh at them.
That is amazing.
Let's do
Thank
it.
you so much, Ron. It has been an amazing interview. And this is, of course, the end of part 2 of our part 1 and 2 series with Ron Muschette. Deron Ron Muschette sharing on the Trailblazers. It has been a blessing. Keep being you and keep blazing your trail.
Thank you. So I get to go eat my lunch?
Sure, Ron. Go eat your food. Hey everyone, I am Tamara, McKayle television and radio presenter, producer, communication specialist, and of course producer and host of the Trailblazers series. I'm inviting you to join the family. All you have to do is just click that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you are alerted as to when we have new episodes. And just join our family for weekly inspiring episodes that will not only lift your spirits but will give you the tools, the keys, and the strategies that you need so that you can blaze your trail.